Hey everyone, thank you so much for waiting. Thank you for joining. Thank you if you're watching on the replay, but a special thank you if you're watching live. Let me know if you can hear me and see me, just because I was having an echo that I've been trying to get rid of for the past half hour, but hopefully that is all sorted. Hey Jennifer, hey Shari, hey Lulabelle. Oh, it's always so nice to see familiar faces. Um, I'm going to assume that you can hear me and that you can see me. And I am going to start off with the things that I have noted down that I don't want to forget, just to get it off the bat. The first thing being that I have well, first of all, thank you to all my Kofi members. We actually sold out in the Happy Meal tier, which I am very, very, very happy about. I have decided to open it up again to extend it because I have done the first month's worth of Happy Meal, and I think that doing two more would allow me to open it up, but also not overwhelm me, if that if that makes sense. Like, I can open it up. So I've basically made two extra spaces. So if you wanted to be part of the Happy Mail tier, then you can join. I have linked it down below in the description. And through it, you get access to watercolor duck cards, monthly Happy Mail, but you also get access to like our Zoom calls, our art challenges, our exclusive videos, and also just being part of this wonderful community. I promise you, it is even better on Kofi, as amazing as it is here as well on YouTube. So that's the first thing that I need to say. Happy Mail, two more spots, link down below in the description. Second thing is that I'm doing another giveaway with Etchr, and Etchr have again very kindly sponsored this giveaway. I have put all the information down below in the description, so be sure to check that out so that you can join and win. The prize is an Etchr sketchbook. Hold on. Can you hear me? Yeah. So the prize is an Etchr sketchbook. It's one of the everyday sketchbooks, and you get to pick the size, you get to pick the orientation, and you get to pick whether you want hot press or cold press paper. So if you want to join, be sure to complete the form down below, to leave a comment, and also to follow both myself and Etchr Lab on Instagram. Etchr actually have a new Instagram account, so yeah, go and like them. I've linked everything down below. So that's the second thing. Oh, and also as for giveaways, I mentioned this before. I always feel a bit funny about mentioning giveaways in the title or anything like that, because I don't want like spam or bots to try and take advantage. So I will contact the winner directly via email, right? Um, the only other thing to say is that, again, narrow window. So if you fill out the form completely, then you won't have to worry. If you win, I'll forward all that information onto Etchr. However, if you leave out the shipping address and the mobile number, then if you win, I will get in touch with you, and you'll have 24 hours to get back to me so that I can let Etchr know. But yes, I am really excited about that, and I hope that you enjoy it. I'm kind of curious to know. Well, I think last time I asked you like hot press or cold press, and most people said cold press. But this time I'm curious, portrait or landscape? Like, for me, there's one clear choice, but I don't want to sway you one way or another. And as I say, you can pick A6, A6, A5, or B5, which is my favorite size. And yeah, so the thing that I was going to say is I will contact the winner directly. I will announce it on like the community tab. So and I will never ask you for like personal information in the comments. So just check your email addresses and don't talk to bots, basically. And then third thing, Kofi Art Challenge is live. So if you want to take part in the new art challenge, it's now live. I've put the link on our Kofi. And third thing is I'm still collecting responses for the art retreat. So I found a company who does host art retreats all over the world. And part of the, I guess, sign up process is gauging interest. So if you would be interested in a retreat, even if you don't know whether that would be this year, next year, 3 years from now or whenever, then please consider filling out the questionnaire. It takes 2 minutes and it's like a broad questionnaire for all types of retreats. But it's a step in the right direction to actually getting us to paint together uh, in person. So I'll leave that link down below as well. And now that I have said everything that I am sure I would have otherwise forgotten, I'm going to catch up on the comments. Yeah, Etchr have been very, very generous. I can't even lie. So, um, if you are interested in getting a sketchbook, now is the time. Hey, Jennifer. And Etchr, yes, I agree. Their papers are in well, their cold press, I feel, has less texture than most other cold presses. So I would say it's in between press. I think Terry had a word for it. I can't remember what she called it. Um, for paper that's in between hot press and cold press. Oh, welcome, Mikey. I hope that you enjoy it. You'll see everyone is super nice. I know. Oh my god. This is so funny because obviously I've made a video that I assume most of you may have seen, some of you may not have seen, where I basically like counted all my sketchbooks that are currently in progress, that are finished, that are not finished, and I have a lot, like a lot of sketchbooks. And still, like, I tell you now, if Etchr or Jackson's were to do like a proper sale on sketchbooks right now, I would still be very much um tempted. And that also reminds me, I have two discount codes. The discount code for Etchr is Sketches10, and that will give you 10% off. And the discount code for Jackson's is Scrubs10, and that will give you 10% off. And I say that just because I'm pretty sure the discounts are going to run out very soon. So if you are buying from either of those places, use the discounts. Let me catch up. Yes, I agree. Etchr sketchbooks are great. Hey, Mrs. Z, welcome. Hey, Miss Ebony. Yeah, honestly, I have so many sketchbooks. If you guys feel if you feel brave enough, say how many sketchbooks you have roughly. I can completely understand. The thing is, would I join the giveaway? I would probably still join the giveaway. I can't even lie. I obviously have a problem. I love sketchbooks. Like before my love of paints came my love of sketchbooks. Oh my gosh, we're in such good company. Over 30, can't count that high, over 200. Honestly, paper is bait. And you know what's so funny? When I started painting, so many people in my comments would tell me like, try cotton paper, it's not the same, try cotton paper. And I was like, no, I'm happy with cellulose. And don't get me wrong, I think cellulose has a place and I do enjoy it for some effects, but cotton paper changed my life. Give or take 10. Yeah, honestly, we're all in good company. I have over 100, obviously. It's funny because I thought I had 50, and in fact, I do not. I do not have 50. I thought what would be fun to do is to swatch out my Rosa Gallery watercolors, and that is because they are finally on Jackson's. Although I don't feel like all of them are on Jackson's. I have linked it down below in case you're interested, and if you use my link and it's the first time that you're shopping on Jackson's, you'll get an extra 10% off. But I'm just checking because last time there were other colors that I wanted that weren't here yet. So I don't think all of the colors are on Jackson's yet, but a lot of them are, which is quite good. And I feel like we are like, you know how when we first started with Roman Schmoll, they were really good and people didn't know it was really good, and so the price was affordable. that's where we're at the moment with Rosa Gallery. Like I think people are clocking how good they are, but they are still quite well priced. And this was actually a gift. No. I'm not recommending if you are like full and you have enough art supplies, that is grand. However, if you were curious about some of the colors with Rosa Gallery, then I can show you some. And also, oh, spoiler for any Kofi Happy Meal people. Take this as your 5 second spoiler. Look away and I'll tell you when you can look back. Just listen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look away, look away, look away. But basically, this is what I have been doing all day in terms of creating the happy meals for November's members. So everyone who joined in November before the cutoff is getting their happy meal in December. And this is what I essentially created. So this first one, um, I wanted to highlight some greens. So I made this cute little swatch card and I have just filled it up with a number of greens that they'll be able to swatch. I kind of recommend like I guess it depends on how you want to do it, but I think one you can do a swatch on the page itself, but then also remember that you can use the dots because I put quite a lot of paint in there, so you can use it to actually paint other things as well. And then the second thing that I did, and this is like a bonus as a thank you for joining, like in faith, because obviously I hadn't done a Happy Meal tier before, so you didn't know how it was going to go, and you still joined, and I appreciate that. Um, I created this, which is again another little dot card with my doodles, but this is with the Holbein paints. So I'll be sending that out to all the November um Ko-fi members. And I underestimated how much space it would take to dry all these. Let me see. And but yeah, these are the colors that I am sending out. Okay, and now if you're a Ko-fi member and you didn't want the spoiler, I feel like I gave the spoilers anyway, but you won't know exactly what colors are in there. That's the plus of it. So those are so I have opened two more slots. Obviously, the people who join now in December won't get the, thank you for joining in faith Holbein dot cards, but you will get you will get the next set of dot cards, which I am doing. I have designed it out already. I have done the doodles, I have picked out the paints, I have done the mixes to make sure that I like the paints as well. I have got an idea that's like a bonus. So basically, I have lots of ideas. um, so if you join today, then you will be part of that. I'm just catching up on the comments. Mikey, I'm on a no buy. I'm revisiting everything I have, which is a lot. I think that is a really good practice. I almost tell me, can I do this? Like, I thought that I would just make videos and call. I thought that I would like do an art haul of my stash. Does that make sense? Like, instead of buying more supplies, I'll literally my current studio feels like an art store, thank God. But yeah, I did think like, oh, I could just do art hauls in my own stash so that I get like still get that excitement of like, oh, I got a supply, but actually something that I haven't used in ages because I have so many supplies. Me and you both. Yeah, I don't know when to start it. I think I'm just going to do a low buy because I really feel like if I say no buy, I will just be miserable. Um, I need the door to be ajar. You know, even if I don't buy anything, I need to know that, if push comes to shove, I could. You are honestly in such great company. We have we have we have a membership called Asha, which is the Art Supply Hoarders Anonymous. And through there, we talk about our struggles with our love for art supplies, and we pay Asha tax in the form of actually creating art um, when we buy art supplies. Mm. Because you were looking. I agree. Rosa Gallery is really, really lovely, and obviously, I have a soft spot for it because it was a gift. Um, but yeah, I feel like I made a video, by the way, if you haven't seen it, basically talking about when I did a no buy and like the things that I did that really helped me stick with it. And one of those things that I hadn't done, but I had on reserve was like this idea of literally shopping from my own stash. So either making like little happy mail boxes with my own art supplies, or literally when you have stuff, when you have art supplies, naturally there will be things that you haven't used in like a week or a month or even a few months or a year. So this is a nice way to actually get excited about that. Oh, favorites of the week. Yeah, exactly. Or favorites of the month. I think that would be a really good idea as well, where you just focus on something. Answer forever. Let me start swatching. But yeah, Asher, honestly. Hey, Catherine. Oh, that's good. I think ultimately it's so weird because I don't know if everyone is going through the same phase at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if the majority, I feel like a lot of people are going through a no buy at the moment, or at least thinking about it. Uh, it almost feels like we're all going through similar feelings at the same time. I was thinking, I did ask people, like, if they have wish list items, and I did also wonder, like, do I have wish list items? And I have things that I would want because I don't want to run out of them. But um but I also equally have so much stuff, so many beautiful art supplies. This is just so nice actually. So I'm getting distracted by it because it feels like battery is reactivating nicely and it takes a lot to get me away from Romish, as you can probably tell. So this first color that I swatched out was cadmium lemon, PY35, and this second one is cadmium yellow light, again PY35. See you soon, Jennifer. Mm, let me catch up. And if I miss something, just you know, say it again because multitasking is a lot, so I sometimes miss things by accident. No buy till Christmas. Well, I'm like, I don't know, like my initial plan was to cut down on buying until Black Friday. And then when Black Friday came, I was a little bit underwhelmed. Like I feel like there were some good deals and I did buy some stuff, but I just felt like there wasn't like a crazy really good deal. This color is yellow ochre, and interestingly, it's made up of two pigments instead of the usual one. So it's PY43 and PY42. So I think it's like natural and synthetic yellow ochre. Uh, let me. Yeah, I've tried looking through my art supplies to declutter, but honestly, I'd rather give up most of my clothes and shoes and bags before giving up my art supplies. Like they are realistically not going anywhere. Um, I look at them and I'm like, no, absolutely not. I can't do it. I even like got a little bag that I keep near my bookcase so that I can put art supplies or books or anything that I want to donate. I cannot do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I did think that maybe what I would do is open up like a coffee shop or something and then like just sell some of my art supplies at discounted rates or give them away at discounted rates just because that feels giving them to someone I know feels better than them just going into the abyss. Mm. Oh, you're not doing a no buy, Brittany. Don't worry, neither am I, but I think I should. Oh, what would you use the silicone brushes for, Miss Ebony? I'm curious. Yeah, I know. I feel like I've been thinking about, should I do a no buy for like months, which means I should have probably started doing a no buy a long time ago. Ooh, oh yeah, this is my Caddy Fat book, by the way. I'm swatching in now. But then after that, I will do some paintings in my Etchr sketchbook. And I'm curious, because we're thinking like no buys, does this mean that you guys are not going to join the giveaway? Admirable? Was that the word? Oh, for the jelly plates and the inks. So I got one of the catalyst things and I've got a brayer. I haven't tried the jelly plate since we last tried it on the Ko-fi live stream. I will try it. I think I just need to try it, like, just experiment with it and see if I like it, if it works, if it doesn't work. I don't even know where exactly I put it. Um, this is the cadmium orange, which is PO20 and PY35. Whoopsie. And then this is cadmium red light, which is PR108 and PO20. And then this is madder red, which is stunning. I really like this red. It's funny because when I looked at my swatches that I have in the palette, I thought, oh no, I don't have any um like, coal pinky reds, but I think this might be cool enough to make some nice purples. We shall see. Let me I hope so, Mrs. Z. I kind of feel like, I don't know, I haven't been feeling my most creative self. And I feel like in part it's I feel like in part it's the weather. Like just being cold, I don't know, and then anyway, it's a number of different reasons, I guess, but I'm just trying to lean into the things that I enjoy doing and not forcing myself to do things that I don't want to do, even if I would ordinarily enjoy them. Does that make sense? Like, I enjoy live streams and chatting with you, so I'm leaning into that. I'm enjoying Kofi, so I'm leaning into that. I'm enjoying Happy Meal, so I'm doing that as well. Um You have 2.5 finished sketchbooks. Yeah, no, I don't know. I started decluttering. This is quite nice as well. I started decluttering at the beginning of like just before Black Friday, just as a way to tell myself that you know, one to I guess know, whoa, this is so nice. One to know what I have and then to deter me from buying things that I do not need. Um Still bought a few things though, but I haven't made videos about it. I don't know. Sometimes, like I love art hauls. I do love making the videos and doing it, but also I don't want to do them all the time because I don't want people to feel like this is a normal amount of art supplies to have because it's not. So this color here is just called green and it's PG8. And then this color here, the green next to it is emerald green, which is PG7, just a really beautiful phthalo green. I saw a question about lots of cadmiums. Are they good for mixes? I think it depends on what you are looking for, but yeah, they should be fine for mixing. We can try them out later, but to me, the cadmiums are the yellows, like usually, yeah, yellows, orange, and red. So I don't tend to use them for mixing that much anyway, but I think that they would be fine. Does PR108 granulate? Does anyone know that? Here it's in a mix, so I don't know. To be honest, I don't know the pigment. Mm. Oh, hey, Griff. Good time. Good timing. I don't know. I saw that that Rosa Gallery were now on Jackson's, and I kind of thought that it was a good opportunity to bring them out again, like, a good reminder to try and use them. This is Cobalt Blue, which is PB28. So I guess that is a point if you don't like the the cobalts and the cadmiums, then you may not like this set. But if you do, because they don't usually tend to be on the cheaper sets, if you do, then this might be a really good value for money way of getting your hands on some. You bought a whole bunch of clear acrylic makeup drawer. You know what I bought? I bought a chest of drawers and then what's it called? Electric screwdriver, and 5 hours later I managed to put it together. And still I thought that it would take all my art supplies, but still it has not. So I need to figure out where the rest go. And basically, I'm just trying to make a home for everything, right? And if it doesn't have a home, I have to question why that is the case. This is ultramarine blue that I'm gonna swatch out now. PB29. My order doesn't necessarily make sense, but that's fine. PB29. Ultramarine is a good old staple. I almost wish this was a little bit darker though. Feels very similar to the cobalt blue, which was PB28. I keep forgetting if I'm telling you the pigment numbers or not. Mickey, I really like the PG8. Why is it not light fast? Cadmiums I find to be more opaque, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad thing on, like, I think it depends on how you use them and what you're painting. If you like painting in like lots of translucent layers, then yeah, you probably won't enjoy it. But if you don't want to do that or are not looking for that, then you can. A good, like, I don't know if you can see here where I wrote cadmium lemon. Can you see how it's covered up the writing? Because it's quite opaque. Same for the cadmium orange. Again, quite opaque. But the rest, like the cadmium red light, was okay. And as was the cadmium yellow light, even though they both have PY35. So I think it just depends on how you use them and what you want to get out of them. You Terry, you know what? Today I was genuinely looking and thinking like I should have just bought two chests of drawers. Like I was genuinely considering I should just buy another one because I really like this one. It's like it looks like the what's this? You know the IKEA Alex drawers? It looks like one of them, but I got it from Amazon. Ooh, this is nice. This is indigo. This is really nice. Um So I was honestly thinking that today. It's just that the drawers are quite expensive and also take so long to put together. But I don't know. We'll see if I get a second drawer. You're more than welcome, Pablo. That is indigo, which is PB151, PB19, and PBK7. And I think it's stunning. I don't know if you can see just how nice it is, or if on the camera it just looks black, but it's not. Can you see? It's a very nice color. Then we have, do you say sepia or sepia? I feel like I always say it wrong. Sepia? I don't know. But anyway, we have that color, which is PBR7, PBK7, and PR177. Checking, this is nicer than I remembered it to be. This looks like a burnt umber. The thing that's been quite interesting is that a lot of them have like multiple pigments. So it would be interesting to see how they mix. But then they also have a monopigment um palette. That's actually annoying. I wanted to get it when it was on sale on Amazon because it was for $20, which is wild. But then with customs and shipping and everything, because it was in the US, it didn't make sense anymore. Then we have umber, and I think this is a raw umber because it's got like a greenish tint to it. So this is probably a color. I'm curious, do you use raw umber? And if so, how and where? I tend to use like, burnt umber, burnt sienna, even raw sienna I quite like. But I don't know, raw umber to me with its light browny greenish undertone, I never really know how to use. I guess foliage, not foliage, like rocks maybe, cliffs. That might be the natural place. And then last but not least, we have neutral black, which is PB15, PBK7, and PR177. Why does that sound familiar? So similar to sepia, but instead of having burnt umber, it has phthalo blue. Is it neutral? We shall see. Yeah, neutral-ish. Little bit of blue. But I am not mad at that. I like it. Sorry, I'll look at the comments in a second. Love a haul video. I could do a haul video. Maybe I'll just do them on Ko-fi. I don't know. Sepia. Oh, you say sepia. Would I say short sepia? Sepia. Would a British person say sepia or sepia? Maybe that's the question. Am I saying it right for this country? Like I say tomato, which I know British people find very weird. You say sepia too. So sepia. Mm. I love it too. I absolutely love it too. I honestly feel like we have the best community. Like, it warms my heart. It really does. Why else would I be up at like 10 to 2 painting? Because it's just so lovely to hang out with you guys. Miss Ebony, I just say dark brown. Okay, and UK friend says sepia as well. So fine. I'm saying it. I was saying it wrong, but I will say it right, sepia. I agree, Terry. Mm, what am I? And hey, Jude, welcome to the live stream. And let me. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Ebony. I always forget. If you are enjoying the live, please consider hitting the like button. It really does make a difference because obviously YouTube doesn't yet know that we actually enjoy live streams. So it doesn't seem to show it to people as much. But if you are enjoying it, then it does make a difference. Oh, I just saw your message, Dark Roast. Mm, Texas sepia. Sweep. So we're all saying it the same. Okay, thank you. I will make a note, like a mental note of that. Yeah. I love how we're all like trying to figure out. So wait, maybe does anyone say sepia? Or it's just like I've plucked it out of nowhere? Sepia. Maybe I've just been saying it complete. Like, where did I get that from then? Hey, Derek. Well, I don't think it's gonna be that complex a discussion because it seems to be that everyone is on the same page with this and everyone's pretty much just saying it as sepia. Ah, you say sepia, like pecans. How's would you say pecans? Yeah, there's only one way, right? Pecan. Sep sepu sepu sepu. Oh my. Pecans. No way. Absolutely no way. Pecans. No. I feel like anyone who would watch this video without reading the chat would think that I had lost my mind because I'm pretty sure I'm not making, without the context of the chat. What I'm saying really does not make sense. I feel like I'm trying to speak French. Let me. No. Dark roast. To be fair, reading the chat might not help. Pecan. Pecan. Let's do some mixes just so that we can see how it goes and kind of also, I guess, answer Pablo's curiosity, which was a good one about what the mixes are like, if good at all. Naturally, I'm trying to make purple because that's, I feel like, one of the colors that's missing from here. And the main color that I would want to know if I can mix. And I am pleased to report that you can make some nice purples by mixing the Madder Red with the Ultramarine Blue. Let me add some more Madder Red to this. You can get some nice wine reds as well. I hope you can see this. Let me know if it's not clear at any point. Yes, this is indigo right here. Sorry. Let me write the names quickly so it's actually a little bit more helpful for everyone watching. So, this first one is cadmium lemon. This one is cadmium yellow light, which is interesting because it's quite warm. Like it's a lot warmer than the lemon. So I wouldn't have thought of it as a light, but fine. This is yellow ochre. This is cad orange. And cadmium red light. Then madder red. This is just green, which is quite nice. I don't know if it's meant to granulate, but it is granulating. This is emerald green. And cobalt blue. Ultramarine. It's just occurred to me that indigo. Am I making that up? Yes, indigo. Sepia. I almost spelt it completely wrong with the 3 E's that we've been adding. Then umber and neutral black. And hopefully that means that anyone who joins will at least have a bit of a better idea of what the colors are. Let's see. Let me just add a little bit more blue to that. Make it a bit darker. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. So that is madder red. Just call it mad red plus ultramarine. And if there's any other mixes that you want me to try, let me know. The cobalt blue is PB28. Is PB28 cobalt blue? I feel like it is. PB27 is Prussian. PB29 is ultramarine. I feel like 28 is cobalt blue. If anyone is happy to double check, let me know. Oh, it's nice to see you, Mikey. Thank you for joining. See, I told you everyone's really nice. Yeah, it looks real with the granulation, right? I think it is. As in, like, even beyond that, I think PB28 is PB28 pigment. Let me just check. Don't know why that song's stuck in my head. Yeah, it is cobalt blue. So it's a real. You see, that's I think that's quite a good thing. Thank you, Glyph. Yeah. That's I think that's what sets it apart. The fact that you have the cadmiums, you have the cobalts, and still they're quite reasonably priced. But I feel like I said, is what's happened with Roman Schmall initially when they started. They were really I mean, they're still affordable in compared to others, but they were really affordable when they started, and it didn't really make sense. And then all of a sudden they started catching up with like the rest. It's almost as if someone was like, hey, like, you know, you guys are undercharging massively. This is green PG8, and I'm going to mix it with some ultramarine blue. See what happens. Some more. But let me know if there's any mixes that you would like me to try, and then I can do that. Some more. And this is green plus ultramarine. And you know what would be nice to see? I wonder, so this is the PG7. No, it's not PG7, is it? So it may not work. No, it is PG7. This is emerald green, PG7. And I'm curious if it will make like that really... What will it do? No, it's just neutralizing it. So this is PG7 mixed with that madder red. And it's just made like a really nice neutral black. Let me... Bye, Mrs. Z. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, there's something nice about dealing with smaller companies. They always like go the extra mile. Did I have any issues with wild dispersion in the indigo? There wasn't any. I wouldn't say there was wild dispersion. It did move a bit, but nothing crazy. I'm gonna... You can see it here. I'm gonna wet here. This is a sign I should change my water. But anyway, I'm gonna wet here and then take the indigo so that we can take a look. Oh, actually, it does move like core. Yeah, it did move quite a bit, but I don't feel like... I feel like that was the only one that kind of did it. I don't feel like the rest moved as much. So let me take this and take like this is the emerald green again. So the emerald green you can see is slower. And let's try, whoops. We can try the madder red, which again moved. But yeah, you're right. The indigo moved and has almost completely taken over the block, whereas the others have not moved as much. Let me... Miranda, I am trying... I don't know, can I say this? Yes, I'm trying to get a discount for Art Miranda. Waiting on them to reply to my emails. I mean, a discount for everyone, not just me. Do you know what I mean? Like the same way that we have a discount for Jackson's and Etchr. I wanted to see if we could get one for Art Miranda. When I do, I will let you know. Can you do a teal color with the emerald green and the cobalt blue? I can certainly try. So let's... emerald green and cobalt blue. More cobalt. Even more cobalt blue. Okay, get in there. You can see that the green is overpowering. Let me add even more cobalt blue. Is that too much cobalt blue? Maybe. Add a little bit more green. Lighten it a little bit. More blue. What do you think? I like the mixture. Uh-oh. Dropped my Holbein dot cards. That was a really great suggestion, Linda. Thank you. Yeah, they did. They released it a while back, actually. They are available on Ken Bromley. I was so tempted, but then I was like, should I? Should I really? Yeah, sorry. I figured they probably were at some point. You love the magenta grey, especially. Do you mean the grey that we made by mixing the magenta, or is there actually a color called magenta grey? Or you'd like to see the neutral? Oh, it's this one. Is this wet or dry? So here, so these three are made by mixing the phthalo green, which is just called emerald green, with the rose madder. Is that what it's called? The madder red. Oh, there's a color called magenta grey. So these are some of the colors. I think the only other, my water might be too dirty, but I almost wonder, I like making peachy like colors. Whoops. Let me see. I want to see if I could make like a nice, whoa, this is overpowering. A nice peachy color. But it's looking hard to do. More yellow. Almost because normally I would have like a PY 150 or Nico, or a Quinn Gold, and then I would make some really nice peaches from that, but it's not really. Let me try and add a bit yellow. It's not really the same with this. So that might be just one color that I'm not able to make. Yeah, no, Art Miranda are pretty awesome. I've only ordered from them once, but I had no issues. They came fast and there were no customs. I was so scared that I would get charged customs. This was Madder Red and Emerald. And then this is Indigo. As I write this and change my water, tell me what you think. So I want to do a painting in my Etchr sketchbook, the everyday sketchbook, because why not? It's going to be one of the prizes. And my question is, should I pick out a random color from the color cube, or is there a color suggestion that you have based on this color scheme, like based on the colors that we have available? Which would you prefer, random colors, or you suggest a color scheme? This is Emerald. This is Madder Red. And this is, what was it? Emerald and Cobalt Blue. And then this was Madder Red and Yellow Ochre. I've been swatching all day. Well, a lot. Whoops, let me not. Like here, I was swatching out greens to try and figure out what greens I should include in the dot cards and doing mixes to include that in that. And then Or maybe I haven't actually. Where did I swatch? Anyway, this is what we did in the last live stream. And this was using like picking out a random, sorry, in the last stream before last. And this was picking out a random color scheme. And then this is some of the stuff that's coming up on Ko-fi shortly. So I started mixing up my own acrylics in bottles and making my own colors for some abstract pieces. So I'll talk through that on Ko-fi. And this is a Ko-fi live stream that's already up. Just in case you are interested, this is part of that same live stream with me trying to figure out the jelly plate. Still trying to figure out the jelly plate. And then this kind of background was actually on the back of this, and I used it to work on top and created this piece, which I absolutely love. Like both of them, to be honest. And then these were the woodies. Random colors. Jennifer. Let me, so I will see. Go to flesh tone with vermilion or cad red light and yellow ochre is a warm peach. I'll try that when I come back, Derek. Random colors too. Okay, so as the votes come in, I will go and change my water because really and truly, like it's this color, which means we're lucky that we even got any nice mixes at this point. And just to say, oh, these are over gallery, but we know that. Be right back. I'm back. Let me. So we voted for random colors, which is fine. This is the random color that we picked out last time, 175. And let me hold on. And based on that, created this piece. So if someone wants to give me a random number between 1 and 250, I'll pick out a couple of cards depending on what numbers are suggested, and then I will, you guys we can pick and see which ones are the best. I feel like it's going to be quite interesting because I feel like this palette doesn't have the colors that I normally go to anyway. So it's going to be interesting trying to do all those color mixes. Oh, so we have 48. Let's see. 48. Where are you? 51, hold on, almost there, 47, 49, right in the middle. So we have 48, 33, 33. Gosh, this is reds heavy. Like it knows that I don't like reds. 28. Oh my god. Yeah, another. I don't even know how we would do that. 50. I think. Hold on. I think we should probably pick out of these four. What do you think? Hold on. Let me get 50. That is still wet. So let me move these to the side. What are you thinking out of those four? Okay, can I say which one I want? I feel like it's quite obvious which one I want. I want 50. I think 50 is beautiful. So, yeah, I'll go with 50. I don't even know how to start tackling the rest. Like, I feel like, yeah. Maybe I'll keep these for the next ones. We'll see. Mm. Oh, good night, Jennifer. Sleep well. Yeah, 50 is good. Okay, we're all on the yeah, I love purples. We're all on the same page. 50 is absolutely stunning. And it's funny because I picked that despite the fact that there are no purples in the set. However, we have seen that we can mix some really nice purples. Anyway, I think it's always helpful when you get a palette to try and mix your favorite colors from it anyway, just so that you know if it's a set or a palette that's going to make sense that are going to make sense for you. I'm getting tongue tied. So I'm going to be using my Etchr sketchbook and yeah, 50 feels very Bordeaux. I hope I don't mess it up. Can you imagine? After being like, oh yeah, this is everything I want, and then just making an absolute mess. Let me. So we have this here. I don't like putting it on the page, but my desk is so small. Let's start. What color should we have? So I almost wonder, should the background be dark and the center be light? Or should yeah, I think I like that way. There's let's try and mix up. So we still have, oh, you can't see. Let me put this here so that it's thing is, if I ruin this paper, I have no one to blame but myself. Yeah, no, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? But let's start making the background. I think this is, you know, when we were talking about the Etchr paper being between cold press and hot press, this is kind of like what we're referring to. Like you can see this, like right now, it almost feels like it's behaving like hot press. It's not really sinking into the grooves of the paper. and it feels relatively smooth. I think in part that's why I love the the signature series as well, because that's Fabriano paper, so um it feels like a little bit more like, whoa, that is not what I was trying to go for. It feels a little bit more like the conventional cold press paper that you would expect. Thank you, Derek. I was thinking like, oh my gosh, because I've got such a nice color scheme, I could quite easily mess it up. But I will try my best. At the end of the day, that's all we can do, isn't it? And then if I don't like it, I will just use the color scheme again another time. I'm just trying to soften those edges because I don't want it to all come to the middle, because then I won't be able to get any nice clean mixes. But at the same time, I don't want it to just be like a completely harsh, stark line. So I just wet the edges. It's funny because obviously ultramarine granulates, so I can see pops of blue separating out from the Bordeaux color that we've made. Hey, Dana. Um, and then we have some pinks and some reds, but I almost feel like we should let this dry first. What do you think? Maybe I'll add a little bit of red and see. Water it all the way down. That's an accident, but we'll just embrace that. Because we don't have like a true pinky pink pink, you know? We don't have like on the Madders, all we have that's pink. So I'm going to, sorry, mute you, dry this, and then do the next layer. Okay, hey, so I'm pretty sure my laptop has frozen again, as is custom for our live streams because uh I don't know. Anyway, but my assumption is if, history serves me right, that this will probably last for a few minutes, but you will still be able to see my phone, which means that we can continue even if I'm frozen in a really weird way. Uh Pablo, where I live is so hot and dry that the device is not needed. I am jealous because right here, right now, it is so cold. Like I'm literally cradling my heater. Like it's it's at the end of my feet because I'm so cold. Um, so I really would welcome a bit more sunshine, a bit more warmth, just it not being freezing cold. But alas, we're in winter. So I guess somewhat inspired by the rose in the actual reference. Let's create a rose. Oh, the screen's gone white. Are we? Yeah, we're back. Every live stream is so weird. I mean, I guess I should expect it by now. I should almost like give a disclaimer when we start the live stream that look, at some point my laptop is going to freeze and that's going to mean that I'm going to be frozen in a really weird way, but such is life. Thank you, Terry. I have it. I have my slippers on as well, so I can't touch the heater directly because I don't know. It didn't really occur to me that it wasn't normal until I burnt myself during the live stream. It's like, oh wait, it's actually not normal to not be able to touch your heater at all. Mm. Live stream chaos is your favorite. Well, come one, come all. I can guarantee chaos, but fun as well. I don't know how it's so cold and yet no snow. Although, like, I could see Crixus posted a picture and it was snowing in Cornwall, which I thought was absolutely wild. But as for here, nothing, just frost. My gate froze shut the other day, so that was interesting. Trying to get to work. Please don't catch fire either. That's a very good point, Ari. Lots of people have recommended Doodle Date to me. I haven't watched them as of yet. Oh, I feel like I watched like a video ages ago, but not recently. I may do. Although part of me, I'm trying to watch less YouTube. Hit and miss. I told you I was horrified that my screen time had gone up so much. So I was like, oh, but I don't watch Netflix or anything. Like all I watch now is YouTube. It's almost weird because it's like, what did I do before YouTube? Well, I guess, just worked, I guess. Doodle date. Yeah, I think even creating cute art was mentioned in them, and there was a video I made a while back where I asked people to let me know their favorites, and they were mentioned as well. So it's definitely. I don't know why they haven't been like I haven't seen their videos pop up. I keep watching things like off the homepage, like based on recommendations, but I will check them out. Gonna make this just a mixture of different colors with like green, well, not greens, with reds and purples. Just getting more red as we go out. And just watering it down. Pablo, that's a good question. I don't know if anyone wants to chime in. I have taken my Roman schmoll with me to hot countries and have not had any issue. That being said, other honey ones I think would potentially have issues. So, as in, like when I say had any issues, they haven't like run into other pans or anything like that. Whereas my Michael Harding, I mean, I live in the UK and they ran all like across. It was painful, so I wouldn't take Michael Harding as a travel palette, especially if it's hot. Because that running fiasco happened a week after I had pulled them out and I was still waiting for them to dry. My understanding is, although I haven't used them, that M. Graham can be quite like runny as well. Um, but yeah, Roman Schmoll is what I use and I haven't had any issues. My The other paints I use are Daniel Smith, which don't have honey, but again, no issues. I've had some issues with M. Graham and the heat. Yeah, I don't think that M. Graham is the best with the heat from what people have said and shared. Yeah. I feel like everyone's like, not M. Graham, not M. Graham. But has anyone had any issues with Roman Schmoll? As I say, I've taken them to like I even had them I went to Thailand with my Roman Schmoll, no issue. And that was like humid, hot, the full works. And it was fine. But as I say, my Michael Harding in the UK, the United Kingdom, it could not hack the weather. Some of them are nice paints though. I feel like people have asked me to do reviews of them, um, which I may do because I have them. I like the colors. I just feel like I don't like the drying shift, and I also almost feel like I had high expectations because they were like, "Oh, it's been 20 years in the making," all that stuff. So I had really high expectations, and I feel like they are okay. Quite expensive for what they are, in my humble opinion. But I don't know if anyone else has tried Michael Harding. I do want to try Graham, but all these nightmare stories about dealing with either mold or or them running or has kind of like put me off a bit. That's why I haven't got them because again, they're not cheap, and then I don't want a headache. Mm, okay. Pablo, looks like you're all good for the Roma Schmoll. Where are you traveling to? Out of curiosity, if you don't mind sharing. As I'm doing this painting, I am finding that I still feel like I would need a pink. This is the Cotman that I have here. And you can see it's not like, it's not reactivating the same way as the Rosa Gallery. But yeah, I still feel like I need like a pink to make a really nice bright purple. I can't explain it. That's why I started dipping into the cotton. Doesn't feel like the madder red is enough. Or like it's giving me, and I don't feel like it's giving me the cleanest of mixes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you agree. The set doesn't have a cool enough red. And I thought I could get away with it because we were getting some really nice mixes. But I think now that we're doing like trying to do a painting using only like purples, it's kind of showing uh its limitation a little bit, I think. Just dropping some extra color. And let me again just trying to like mix the colors so that there's a bit of variation. This is too blue. That's fine. I've gone back to the Rosa gallery, as you may tell. But yeah, I don't know. I think I may like after talking about a no buy, I feel like I may get a cool red or a purple, well, a cool red plus or minus a purple to just complement and complete this set because I feel like that is the one thing that it needs it. Like it would be easier to mix browns than purples. That's basically what is happening if I'm not too careful. Mm. Du, 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 du. Brazil, I would love to go Brazil. Well, to be honest, as we know, I'd love to travel anywhere. Like the number of times that I check Skyscanner for cheap flights to like anywhere, like I literally put on the search anywhere within those dates. The only thing that always catches me up is one, my bank balance, but two, um hotels. Like even if the flights are reasonable, the hotel prices are wild, even though it's off peak. It's like nobody wants to make a sale. It's like I'm ready to go. I just need somewhere. And you have to use Beam Paints, Daniel Smith, Roman Schmoll, and Holbein before you go to another brand of paints. I'm impressed. I thought that how did you get the Holbein? I thought they were making it hard to get in Canada. It's funny because one of the challenges that we did was the 1 to 30 challenge was like using different brands that we have and like crossing them off like bingo. And when I was going to do it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't have up to 30 brands." Wild. Miss Ebony and Marina were like, "What about this brand? What about that brand? I'm pretty sure I've seen you use this brand, that brand." And yeah, it turns out I just like completely just omitted quite a few, which is why, like, if you are doing a no buy and you shop from your own stash, that can be quite a nice thing to do. Ah, you got the 30 tube set. See, I think the watercolors and the what else? I feel like the watercolors and the Holbein gouache were the main things that intrigued me in the Jackson sale. I think I got some other items. Like I said, I have the box. I'm just wondering, like, do I do the art haul video or do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? Do I do like a no buy art haul? So like literally show it after I have used it. That might be something. Because I do like seeing how people use their art supplies as well. But then I also like seeing like, nice new art supplies. So we shall see. I like that maroon color. I'm just going back, adding some more depth. And I'm also don't like this area here where I had the pooling. So I'm just covering that up. Doing a light glaze. I never fully like made the most of glazing. It's odd because I feel like I only really started doing it when I was doing like abstract pieces for the Kofi challenge. And I was like, huh, this is what they mean. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because I know that sometimes they don't let things go through. Purple plus maroon equals perfection. I agree. It's a beautiful, beautiful color scheme. I just wish I could get like a super bright, punchy purple. Like I feel like that would um complete this even more. But it's okay. It's okay. I do like it. So that that is something. And I also feel like am I overworking it? I'm getting to that point. I think so. Let me dry this and then I'm going to going to add gold, I think. I want to add some gold details. And just watering down some of the colors that I added. I feel like it makes it look more 3D, even though it's abstract. Okay, so I'm going to mute you so as to not scare everyone. And then I'm going to dry this. And then I'm going to add some, let me just blend that out. Then I'm going to add some gold details. Hey, Astroglio. Thank you. Thank you, Jude. Miss Ebony reminds me of Wednesday Adams. That's so funny because when I looked at this, I was like, oh yeah, it's nice. I didn't think of it as moody. I guess it is because I lent really dark and I don't actually have pinks, but I do like it. I really like it. I almost want like I wanted to add gold and now I'm like, oh, should I add gold? Should I not add gold? Like part of me kind of wants to leave it as is. Um, what do you think? Gold or no gold? Gold. Okay. I love that. Just to make sure I don't miss it, yeah. All caps. Uh, okay, let me add gold. I use the Etchr gold. Where? Question. Oh, here it is. Sparkle, sparkle. So I use the Etchr gold. This is pure gold, I think, because I've run out of the other gold. You know what I found the other day in my decluttering and organizing phase? I found the original swatch card that I did of the Etchr golds. Just in case you want to see what comes in this set. So, what gold was I using before? I was using deep gold, I believe. Yes, I was using deep gold and I finished that. And now I've moved on to pure gold. Or have I moved on to royal gold? Which one? Hold on. I may have finished two of them actually. No, I finished one of them. This is the second one that's almost finished. And it is Moment of Truth. Did I write it on the label? Oh my gosh, so unhelpful. Look at that. Can you see? Just says Etchr. Hold on. Something gold. Deep gold? Is there a deep? Oh, this one's deep gold. So then the first one would have been royal gold, and this is deep gold. Let me just write that on again. Because it's my second favorite. Though to be fair, Etchr. I normally write it on the sides, but I'm just writing it on the bottom so that hopefully it doesn't fade away. But yeah, as you can see, tiny bit left. I hope they start selling them as individual pans one day. At the moment, you can only get them if you get the whole set. I mean, it's good because like the set does have beautiful colors through and through. So I do think that, you know, we're on deep gold now, finished royal gold. Next, I'll go to pure gold, then probably sand, then canary, then white gold. The bronzes I feel like are different, but I feel like once I run out of all the golds, I can get another one. Oh, thank God for safe journey, Mercies. I'm glad that you made it there, and I am curious and excited to see if you go to Blix. Which set did you want? Oh, this stunning golden set, Dark Roast. Is that what you meant? No, I'm joking. I can't lie. It is a nice set, and it's funny because before swatching them, I didn't really use gold in my art. And as you can see, that changed the Etchr gold. That changed drastically when I started using after I swatched it. And I think because we were talking in I was what's the word when you're is it creeping, ghosting? What's the word? You know, when you're like reading the chat but you're not replying because by the time I saw the chat, quite a lot had happened already. Lurking? Anyway, you know what I mean. I was watching the chat in the Discord, and it was about I think it was Johnny's mom, the messy desk, talking about the schminke gold, because I had tried using it and I didn't find it to be an enjoyable experience. But they found a video, I think by Margot Halleck, where she was basically talking about how you can add other medias like gum arabic or acrylic to actually make it work. So I might try that. Lurking, thank you. You're in Baltimore. Why does that what does that remind me of? What show was in Baltimore? Was it no, Fresh Prince was in Bel Air. What was in Baltimore? Can't even remember. The Wire. Oh, maybe. I feel like my understanding of the US is very heavily dependent on TV shows. Like, for example, Seattle, Grey's Anatomy, immediately. Um, I just watched this Netflix series called Virgin River, and I absolutely loved it. In part because of like how beautiful the scenery was. It almost makes me want to like go out and hike for like the first time in my life. I had to Google to be like, where is the show actually filmed? And I think it's in Canada, even though it's meant to be in the US. The Fresh Prince of Baltimore would be a very different show. Hey, Renee. Oh, it's always honestly, it makes my night when we're all able to catch up and hang out together. Is anyone else painting? Is it just me? To be fair, given that I gave absolutely no notice, I can appreciate why you wouldn't be able to drop everything and start painting. Oh, you know what? Every time thus far, but hopefully not like in the future forever, that I sign up for an extra shift, I regret it. I regret it so deeply. It does not even, okay, not every time. Most times I regret it. It's like it always ends up being a super busy shift. It's always super understaffed. I think the last time I did it, I saw a few crazy emergencies that I had never seen before. You know, when you're like, oh, you read about it in textbooks and stuff, but you don't actually see it that often. Well, I did that day. It's almost like, I don't know, negative karma. Should be a good shift, but instead it's chaos. Oh, Terry, you're painting as well. A tree with four leaves. Uh, oh, that's so cute. You guys are big bosses now. And honestly, you know, Astroglio, I went down like a binge frenzy of that guy that you sent me. Like, I think I watched maybe like 40 of his reels. Like, I just could not stop laughing. There's just something so special about medic humor. And even when he was talking about like the neurosurgeon versus the neurologist, all I was thinking is like, what is the lesion? Where is the lesion? And then I'm not gonna lie, as I was watching it, I was kind of feeling shame about the times that I've written like neurology grossly intact, because I know that's not something I could ever write if I was like doing medicine still, as in like, doing um like I guess what you guys call internal medicine. There's no way I could do that. And yet here I am, literally writing neurology grossly intact. And I was just, as he was making fun of like, you know, saying these things and trying to present it to neurology, I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, if Astroglio could see what I have written, what I have done, it's wild. Back in like, oh, can't even remember like can't. Anyway, I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching that. He doesn't make any obs and gynae jokes though, or any like. It's mainly, oh, I guess there's some surgery, but yeah, an ophthalmologist. There was one where it was like people kept asking him how he had all this time to make, how can you be a doctor and make all these videos? And he was like, I'm an ophthalmologist. I found that so funny. And then when they were like, oh, is there a doctor on board? And he goes up and they're like, oh, I feel like I'm giving spoilers. Anyway, I was finding it very, very funny. I feel like this would be funny for everyone, but it might be especially funny for medics. Um, I'm just double checking, catching up. Oh my gosh, Astroglio, that has happened to me. It is a traumatic experience I am sure I will never forget. But mum, baby, we're fine. But yeah, that has definitely happened. And it's funny because you'd think that it's the kind of thing that that only happens like in TV dramas. And yeah, such is my life. Can't even handle one inch. Yeah. I don't even eat at work. I don't even carry my food anymore because it's just like it's even more sad to just see your food at the end of the shift. So I might as well just go knowing that it's not gonna happen. We're catching up. Yeah, I'm a doctor. We're doctors, and Renee is a nurse. I need to honestly, that guy is so hilarious. Mm. Oh, yeah. You know, I the neurology that I remember, I don't know if this was like a particular tactic that was used on purpose by my neurology teacher, but he would teach us outside in the snow. It was snowing, he would make us go out in the park and he would be like, "So, what is the lesion? Where is the lesion?" And I don't know if there's like if the aim was just to, I mean, I remember most of what he said, so I guess that was effective. Oh, thank you, Dark Horse. See, okay, here's my thing. I wouldn't call it a stroke, right? But I did have that did happen to one of my patients once. And the thing was that no one had noticed. I was like, "Oh, is it normal for you to have one one pupil gigantically bigger than the other?" And then they were like, "Oh no." Anyway, I didn't think it was a stroke, but I knew it wasn't normal. I have never got the "Is there a doctor on a flight?" and I hope that never happens. Thank you so much, Dark Roast. No, you know what, Astroglio? Baby was completely fine. Completely fine. I feel like I suffered more than that baby, um, which is the way that I would prefer it. But it just so why how was baby fine? Well, I guess I don't know how much it's odd because the GMC just updated like the advice that they have for doctors on social media and yada yada yada. So I don't even know like how much stuff I can and cannot say and blah blah blah. Like they used to be very strict and still they're quite disapproving about doctors being on social media, I feel, even though my channel has nothing to do with medicine. Um, but I guess long story short, um, GA section. And baby came out fine, which was really really good. You know what, I've had quite a few people tell me that attending life does get better, so I'm hoping. Oh wow, i hope he I hope he's okay. um yeah, oddly enough, I don't know, there's something clear about an emergency. Like I like the clarity of it. I don't like emergencies, but I like that you know what you need to do more times than not, and there's like I can't explain it, but I don't know, it feels clear. So what what I don't like is the like women and Aryan as to like, oh, is something wrong? Is something not wrong? Is something wrong? Is something not wrong? Emergency, something is clearly wrong. There's clearly a solution. Go fix it. Um, so then again, I feel like a special, you know, the funny thing about the videos that he's making is that a lot of the personalities and the personas that he's depicting may be a bit like exaggerated, but they're accurate. So I guess that it is a type of person who goes into obs and gynae, probably adrenaline junkies who don't want a quality of life and emergency and surgery and oh yeah, astroglio does the neurology side. I do the bits before. let me let me add, just doing some dry brushes. I feel like I've sparkled this up quite a lot. I'm just going to add a little bit more detail here. Yeah. It's actually crazy how much medicine has come along and just what we can do sometimes. But yeah. Oh gosh. Let me show you what it's looking like. I kind of want to make, hold on, let me just, I'm gonna make this darker again. Mm. Let me show you. Whoopsie. Trying to lift it. Okay. Can you see? Like that random bit of dry brush. I feel like I've stuck somewhat to the color palette apart from the gold. Let me get it. Hold on. Thank you. The two inspired, and I know that a lot of us are on no buys or have lots of sketchbooks. However, if you did want to have a chance of winning the sketchbook, then don't forget to enter the giveaway, and all the information for that is down below in the description. The other thing that I kind of wanted to say is that Etchr have a new Instagram. They lost access to their old one, so they are starting again from the ground up. So even if you're not joining the giveaway, it would be really nice to support them by going and following them, especially if you were following them before. And I've linked it below. So if you see it and it has less followers than it did before, don't think it's a spam account. I have linked their official like Etchr Lab account down below in the description. Let me catch up. Oh, thank you. You guys always spoil me. Yes, please, Pablo. So I think to enter the giveaway, if you leave a comment down below in the actual, in the actual comments box, not in the chat, just so because I don't think YouTube actually notices or picks up anything that happens in the chat, as far as I'm concerned. So more so in the leave a comment in the comment box, complete the form for the giveaway so that I can actually contact you when you win, and then follow me, Sketches and Scrubs, and follow Etchr Lab on Instagram. And once you have done all those things, you will be entered to the giveaway and you will have a chance at winning the sketchbook. And you can pick what size you want, what type of paper you want, and what orientation you want. And currently you have a 1 in 6 chance of winning. I don't know if that will remain the case, but at least for now, it's 1 in 6. And let me double check. Yeah. Cool. And then the other thing is that if you enjoy things like this, like the live stream, like the awesome community that we have, if you want to take part in art challenges and more, then be sure to check out my Ko-fi, which is my equivalent of Patreon. And on there, we do all those things and more. So it's a really good and fun community. And one day, through it, I will be able to get a laptop. But even beyond that, I think is just more so the fact that, I don't know, it's nice. It's nice creating with others, and it's got me out of an art slump many a times. So for that, I am very grateful. Oh, whoops. What did I miss? Oh, you did all the links. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, the other link is for us to go on an art retreat at some point. In order for it to actually be possible, people need to complete the questionnaire to show that there is interest. No, that's completely fine, Jennifer. You don't have to. And I know a lot of us are not entering because we have the sketchbooks, and I think it's very kind to then give the opportunities to those who haven't got as many sketchbooks or who haven't tried the Etchr sketchbooks before anyway. So thank you. Oh, the comment box is not here yet. That's weird. I know, it's wild, Astroglio. The comments box should appear probably after the chat, or if you it should be like at the bottom. Normally it's there anyway, but it will definitely be once the live stream is over. But yeah, I can't believe we are almost at 9K. It feels wild. And that feels even wilder because it's like, wow, we might actually hit 10K, which feels crazy. Um, but what I love is that even though we're getting bigger, we still have like that community feel. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like the MVPs are still the MVPs. And even though the channel's getting bigger, we still have the MVPs. But no, I appreciate it. Uh yeah, I know, Jen. Thank you for joining. I know I don't know exactly what's happened. I just know that they've started a new account and they reached out and told me that that's their official account. So um yeah, boy, I mean, obviously, I don't think I talked too much about it, but basically, I had something similar in my personal life in that someone has been trying slash tried to steal my identity. Like it's a long, whole, draining process. Um, but yeah, once it's all done and over and behind me, I will catch you all up. Thank you so much, Creative Phenomenon. Uh, let me. Is Kofi easier to find stuff and navigate than Patreon? I believe so. I don't know if my Kofi members would agree. What do you think? Because I think some of you have like quite a few different things. I will explain that in 1 second. Let me catch up. Uh yeah. So I think it's a bit easier to navigate. I think it depends. Like the way that I think it's easier. What would you guys say? I feel like with Patreon, the issue is that I I don't fully understand the order that it puts things in sometimes, I think is that issue. Whereas on Kofi, it is in chronological order. And then what I have done to make things a bit easier is also um, create like shop entries. Does that make sense? Like digital items for sale. So all the videos and the art challenges and the resources are in the shop so that you can use the filters, go onto the shop, click art challenges, and all the art challenges will appear. And then you can just click on the ones that you want. So I've almost used the shop like a contents page. So it's not perfect, but I think it works quite well. It's not counterintuitive, basically, because it's my page. So it's not like you have multiple artists on my page. It's my Kofi on my page, and then you can go to see others if you want as well. So I think it's easier than Patreon. The reason that I got it initially was one, I felt it had scope to grow, like it's a little bit more malleable from a creator point of view. And then also the fees are a lot less than Patreon from a creator point of view as well. So yeah, it's good from there. And then I've linked my Discord to it. So once you join Kofi, we can then chat all the time via Discord. And obviously, the way that I have set it up and what I hope people are getting from it is that you can be as involved or not involved as you want. Like, for example, even as we're doing this live stream, there are people that will chat the whole time, and there are people who um, won't chat, who will just watch. Like, there are 30 people watching right now, but it's not 30 people chatting, and I'm fine with whatever level of participation people want. And the same extends to Kofi. Oh, sorry. Uh, yeah, I think you're probably right. I didn't realize. Um, I think I did that one trip last time, but I'm not sure I can afford it this coming year. I don't. What trip are you referring to, Lulabelle? And I know 10K, wild. 48-hour live stream for 10K. Let's go. You know what? I mean, I couldn't do 48 hours. I would be open to 24 hours, but we now know that once it hits 30 minutes, my laptop ain't having it really. And like, fair enough, this has been a 2-hour live stream, so it's not like it's completely failed. But But between the freezing sessions and everything, I feel like I would literally hear my laptop cry if I tried to do a 48-hour live stream. But I would be open to doing either a longer live stream or, yeah, I guess a longer live stream. That might be good. Invite us all to Paris. Yeah, I know. It's wild. Whoopsie, let me catch up. So, like Kofi more than Patreon. Oh yeah, is Jude watching again, Renee? Oh, good night, Catherine. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Hope teaching goes well. Oh, thank you. I had such a good time in Venice. I almost consider, like, I feel like I should do it again, even if it was Venice literally again, because it felt like too short a time, but it was just I like there was a sense of peace that I had when I was there, knowing that I had nowhere to be, nowhere to go. The food was delicious, the view was beautiful, and I could just paint and draw, and like it's really wonderful. I really do want to go back. Ah, I see. Uh, but no, I think that is pretty much it. So there's a giveaway down below. If you join, you have a 1 in 7 chance now of winning an Etchr sketchbook. Irrespective of whether you want to join the giveaway or not, it would be really nice to go and support Etchr and myself, I guess, but more so Etchr, who have just started a new Instagram account, and I've linked that down below in the description so that you know the official one. What else do I need to tell you? Oh yeah, 2 more spaces for the Kofi Happy Meal tier, and there are more spaces in the Kofi Original MVP tier. So if you're enjoying live streams like this, if you enjoy being part of an art community, if you want to do art challenges together, Zoom calls together, all of that and more, then be sure to join my Kofi. And then we can do all of that more often, especially coming in the new year. And if you are a current Kofi member, I hope that you know this by now, but I am always open to suggestions. And I'm not just taking, I don't just like say that, I actually mean that. And I know that some of you have asked for more like urban sketching. And as soon as it's not -degrees outside, I will be doing that. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Terry, and thank you, Renee, as well. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to join my Ko-fi, I have linked that down below. And if you want to join the giveaway, I have also linked that down below. And the link for the, what do I mean? The art retreat, so that we can do that one day and actually paint together. And I promise you, it will be absolutely awesome. The best art retreat ever known to YouTube. Known to Can I say that? Yeah. But I think with that, I will let you go because it is 3 a.m. Thank you all so much for joining. It honestly always makes me so, so happy to hang out with you and to chat with you. And it was just really, really enjoyable. And I will see you again next time. Hit like and have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Bye. See you. And yes, we will do that. Bye. See you.